Factsverse presents. Sports billionaire Bill Murray is one of the richest team owners in sports. Professional athletes make a lot of money because of their skills. Many bring home millions of dollars just for playing the game. The athletes aren't the only ones who are bringing in the money, though. The owners of the teams also make quite a bit. Some are even billionaires. If you've ever wondered who owns your favorite sports team, well, you're about to find out. Before we get into our list, jump down to the comments and let us know, if you could buy any sports team on the planet, which one would it be? Also, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. The Los Angeles Lakers. The woman who owns the LA Lakers is Jeannie Marie Buss. She's a very powerful woman in a male-dominated field. Not only does Jeannie own the Lakers, she also owns Women of Wrestling. She was in the spotlight when she signed LeBron James, an NBA superstar, to the Lakers. Even better, they're one of the greatest teams in history. Jeannie has a net worth of $500 million. David Letterman is the owner of the Rahal Letterman Lanigan IndyCar racing team. When he retired from late-night television, he began interviewing celebrities on his successful Netflix series. He's also the owner of Worldwide Pants, which is a company that produced Everybody Loves Raymond and The Late Late Show. The racing team that he owns races in tournaments called United Sports Car Championship and was also known as the American Le Mans Series. His team is based in Ohio, and David has a net worth of $400 million. Stan Kroenke is the owner of the Los Angeles Rams. He also owns the Colorado Rapids and the Arsenal FC. He may be the owner of 3 successful sports teams, but that's not all. He's also successful in the real estate industry and owns his own winery called Screaming Eagle. He's 71 years old and he's married to Ann Walton Kroenke. Most people don't know who she is, but she's the heir to the Walmart fortune. They're one of the biggest power couples in the world. Stan's net worth is $8.8 billion. Drew Carey is the owner of the Seattle Sounders soccer team. He's also, of course, a stand-up comedian and a TV personality. After serving in the military, the Cleveland native started doing stand-up comedy. His success began with his sitcom The Drew Carey Show, and after the show ended, he was the host of Whose Line Is It Anyway? Today, he's the host of Price is Right, and he has a net worth of $165 million. Harold Steinbrenner is the owner of the New York Yankees. George Steinbrenner was the owner of the Yankees for many years. In 2008, he became the co-chairman and general partner of the team. In 2010, Harold and his brother Hank inherited the team from their father. When he's not handling his duties as the owner of a Major League Baseball team, Harold's working as the chairman and CEO of Steinbrenner Hotel Properties. He's also on the board of directors of Boys and Girls Clubs of America in Tampa Bay. When he finds some free time in his crazy schedule, he flies his private airplanes. Tim McGraw is one of the most popular artists in country music. He has released 15 studio albums. He has won 3 Grammys, 11 CMAs, and 3 People's Choice Awards. Tim also won 14 ACM Awards and 10 AMAs. Tim's more than a musician, though. He's also a sports team owner. Tim owns the arena football team, the Nashville Cats. He's always loved football, and he's very good friends with Brett Favre. Tim has a net worth of $85 million. Media mogul Jeffrey Lurie is the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles. He purchased the team from the former owner, Norman Brayman, for $195 million. When Brayman bought the team, he and his mother had to borrow the money from the Bank of Boston, and each had to invest an additional $5 million. Jeffrey is a movie producer, and he's responsible for movies including The Blind Side, Inside Job, and Malibu Shores. He owns stocks in Harcourt General and Gigi Co's and put up his shares to buy the team from the Braymans. Jeffrey has a net worth of $2.1 billion. Gene Simmons is the owner of the arena football team LA Kiss. The team replaced the LA Avengers in AF1, and the head coach is Omar Smith. Gene's more famous for being a singer, guitar player, songwriter, and the demon in the band Kiss. He also had his own reality show for a while and played himself on CSI once, too. Gene has a net worth of $350 million. Shaquille O'Neal is the owner of the Sacramento Kings. He uses the time that he spent in the NBA to help him make decisions and come up with effective strategies. While he was playing, he was selected for 3 Finals MVP awards, 14 All-NBA team picks, and 15 All-Star games. He's not just a team owner, he has many other projects going on at the same time. After retiring, Shaq became a host for Inside the NBA. He also does commercials for the General Insurance Company. Shaq has a net worth of $400 million. Arthur Blank is the owner of the NFL's Atlanta Falcons. He's also the man who founded Home Depot. He and an investment banker named Ken Langone wanted to start a company that would allow people to do home improvement jobs and find everything they need in just one place. He was the president of Home Depot for almost 20 years before retiring. After retiring, he became the company's co-chair. He started Home Depot in 1978 and purchased the Atlanta Falcons and its parent company, AMB Group. Jimmy Buffett is a legendary singer. He started in the music industry in 1969. His most popular hits include Margaritaville and Come Monday. Jimmy is currently in the Coral Reefer Band, which has a huge fan base. He also owns 2 restaurant chains, Cheeseburger in Paradise and Margaritaville Cafe. Jimmy also owns a part of the Miami Dolphins, and he even wrote the team song. Currently, Jimmy has a net worth of $600 million. Paul Allen was a philanthropist and businessman who owned the Seattle Seahawks and the Seattle FC. His family now owns the teams. He also once owned the NBA team the Trailblazers. Paul also helped Bill Gates start Microsoft and worked with him up until the time of his death. He was the 46th richest man in the world when he died. He and his sister co-founded Vulcan, which is an organization that manages his businesses and charities. He had a very rich portfolio that included media, tech, real estate, scientific research, and spaceflight. All of his endeavors made him a billionaire. At the time of his death, he was worth $20.4 billion, which has all gone to his family. Will Ferrell is a comedian and actor. He got started on Saturday Night Live and has starred in some pretty funny movies, including The Other Guys, Daddy's Home, Elf, and Anchorman. He's also a serious businessman and is co-owner of the Los Angeles soccer team Los Angeles FC. Michael Jordan was one of the greatest NBA players of all time. While playing for the Chicago Bulls, he was the MVP. When he left the Bulls, he started playing for the Wizards. Michael also earns a lot of money from his sneakers, Nike Air Jordans. In 2010, Michael spent $175 million to buy the majority share in the Charlotte Hornets. It was an excellent investment because the team is now currently worth over $1 billion, so Michael has a net worth of $1.9 billion. Bill Murray is originally from Illinois. He started his career in comedy on Saturday Night Live. He won his first Emmy while working on the show. He went on to star in some pretty great movies, including Ghostbusters, What About Bob, Caddyshack, Groundhog Day. Well, when he took on a serious role in Lost in Translation, he even won a Golden Globe, a BAFTA, and was nominated for an Oscar. He is also part owner of the St. Paul's Saints baseball team. He has a net worth of $140 million. Of all the sports billionaires, Bill Murray is probably one of the richest team owners in sports. James Dolan was born in New York City, and he currently owns the New York Knicks. When he's not handling his ownership duties, he's the CEO and executive chairman of Madison Square Garden. He also owns MSG Network and is in charge of its operations and the operations of the sports team owned by the network. James also owns the New York Rangers and the WNBA team New York Liberty. He has a staggering net worth of $1.5 billion. Subscribe for more.